Gosaikunda at 4,380 meters above sea level is a great Himalayan trekking destination in Nepal's Langtang National Park. There are 3 primary trekking routes. We started our hike at Sundarijal, which is a short bus ride from Bodhanath in Kathmandu. Another route begins in Dunche, which is a 7-hour bus ride from Kathmandu. The Dunche route is shorter but steeper, and the elevation gain is dramatic. We started our hike on June 5th. From the bus park in Sundarijal, it was a short walk uphill where we entered Shivapuri National Park. As a foreigner, I had to pay 1,000 rupees and show my passport. I was told at the ticket counter, if I had purchased my ticket to the Langtang National Park in advance, I could have avoided the 1,000 rupee fee. You can purchase the ticket in advance at the Nepal Tourism Board in Kathmandu. The trail is quite good with plenty of signs, although it can be a little confusing at times. Chizopani was puzzling. There didn't seem to be a central area where the lodges are located, and at one point we had to backtrack with some help from local women. Some sections of the trail look as though they might have been used for several centuries. Upon entering Langtang National Park, I had to pay another 3,000 rupees. It took 5 days to reach Gosaikunda. We probably could have made the trip in 4 days, but it rained every day except for the day we arrived at Gosaikunda. We had to traverse at least 2 mountain passes. There was a lot of up and down while steadily increasing our elevation each day. Some days we saw no one else on the trail. This appears to be Suryakunda at 4,600 meters. It's the highest lake in the region. Water from the lake flows into subsequent lakes, Gosaikunda, and ultimately creates the Trishula River. We arrived at Gosaikunda at midday under puffy white clouds and sunshine. The mythology behind Gosaikunda's origin comes from an earlier age. The Vedic scriptures describe an undertaking by the Devas and the Asuras. The Devas are benevolent heavenly beings, and the Asuras are demons or anti-gods. They hatched a plan to stir the ocean of milk to obtain Amrita, the nectar of immortality. The Devas and Asuras worked together for a millennium to churn the ocean of milk in order to acquire the elixir of immortal life. Churning the ocean of milk was an elaborate and tedious task. In order to churn the ocean, Mount Mandara was used as the churning rod or paddle, and the snake god Vasuki was used as the churning rope. The demons demanded to hold the head of the snake, while the Devas agreed to hold the snake's tail. When Mount Mandara was placed in the ocean, it began to sink. After learning this, Lord Vishnu took the form of Kurma the turtle and took the mountain Mandara on his back to offer support so the churning event could proceed with ease. The fumes that were emitted by the snake god Vasuki poisoned the Asuras, but despite this, the Asuras and Devas pulled the snake back and forth, causing the mountain to rotate, which in turn agitated the ocean's water. During the churning, many wonderful things came out of the ocean. 14 gems emerged from the ocean that were divided amongst the Devas and the Asuras. Other things that emerged included the wish-granting cow, Kamadhenu, which was given to the sages by Lord Vishnu. A 7-headed horse named Uchai also emerged, which was taken by the Asuras. The Parijat, a tree that always blossoms, was taken to heaven by the gods. Another tree which produced alcohol and wine named Varuni was taken by the Asuras. Then came Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, who married Lord Vishnu. Chandra, the moon, emerged and was adorned by Lord Shiva. And finally, Davantara, the divine physician, emerged holding a pot of nectar, the elixir of immortality. Fights broke out between the Devas and the Asuras for access to the nectar. Among all the wonderful things that came from the churning of the ocean of milk also came a deadly poison known as Hala. The poison was so dreadful that it could destroy all of creation. Fearing this, the gods appealed to Lord Shiva to save the worlds from destruction. Lord Shiva took the poison, but as soon as he took it in his mouth, his wife Parvati placed her hand on his throat to prevent the poison from spreading throughout his body. His throat turned blue and the poison burned his throat. According to the legend, Shiva then created Gosaikunda by piercing a mountain with his trident to obtain the water needed to quench his thirst and cool his throat after taking the poison. Nowadays, Gosaikunda is an alpine freshwater oligotrophic lake in Nepal's Langtang National Park, located at an elevation of 4,380 meters, or 14,370 feet, in the Rasua district, with a surface area of 13 hectares, or 34 acres. Together with associated lakes, the Gosaikunda Lake Complex is 1,030 hectares, or 2,500 acres, in size, and was designated a Ramsar site in September 2007. It is believed to be the home of Shiva and his wife Parvati. A dip in the lake cleanses a person of their sins, liberates the souls of their ancestors, and allows their wishes to be fulfilled. And for the less adventurous individual, one can charter a helicopter to the lake. The next day, we started downhill toward the town of Dunche. The trail passes more lakes, small towns, lodges, ultimately following the fast-flowing Trishuli River. We made it into Dunche and found a comfortable hotel with hot shower after an amazing 2,350-meter elevation drop. The following day, we rode the bus back to town.